Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back to another look at an early access game. And this time we're having a look at the game Evidence of Life by Albatross Wirehead. Now he's partnered with Just Wall Games to create a brand new space exploration game. And those guys were kind enough to reach out to me and give me a copy for me to let you know what my thoughts are. Now, for those who don't know, Albatross Wirehead is the creator of the game Death Rings of Jupiter. And if you haven't seen my review on that, I do recommend you have a look. I did enjoy the game. And Evidence of Life feels like a bit of a sequel to Death Rings because it improves on Death Rings in almost every way. Now, it adds a lot of personality. It adds mining and exploration, and it really does feel like you're on an alien world. And it's really fun from what I've played so far. I've really been enjoying it. But today we're going to have a look through the first part of the game, and I'm going to let you know what my thoughts are. So without further ado, let's jump in and have a bit of a look. Alright, and here we are in the game. Now, one of the criticisms I raised with the last game was that we didn't have much of an explanation or a tutorial or any sort of guide. And that's definitely an improvement in this game. This is a bit intrusive, but it does give us a bit of an introduction to the game and what we need to do to survive. Now, starting from the left, we have access to a jetpack, which we use to get around. We have a basic weapon, and there's 3 different fire modes. We've got our automatic weapon, our semi-auto, and a shotgun style or spread gun. We also have our mining laser, which in addition to being able to mine the ground, we also use to destroy certain enemies. And our bombs, which are very useful for killing some of the bigger enemies in the game and the enemy spawners. We can use a sonic boom, which takes up a lot of our energy but does a lot of damage. We can drop a flag, which is a waypoint, which we can then teleport to. And we can, of course, teleport back to our ship. So this will be something we'll have to do from time to time. Because one, we need to upgrade our character using the gems that we find, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner. And 2, we need to check on our objectives. So each of the planets has their own set of objectives to gather DNA. And that ranges from gathering a certain amount of gems to killing or destroying certain plants, mining certain blocks, destroying enemies and enemy spawners, and of course destroying the planet boss. Now we have several different objectives here, including the boss. Unfortunately, the one thing I haven't been able to work out is how to upgrade your weapons. So I'd really like to know if Albatross Wirehead, if you are watching, if you could include that in your tutorial. I've yet to work out how to upgrade my weapons. We might actually head back to the ship once we've got some resources, and I'm going to try it out and see if we can get it to work. Now, one of the things that I did criticize in the last game was that the enemies were very simplistic and they weren't very smart. And that's something that has been improved upon a great deal in this game. The enemies are a lot smarter and a lot more dangerous, and you do have to be on point. So what we're doing at the moment is we're actually fighting one of the more dangerous enemies in the game, which is an alien nest. Now, the things that are actually being thrown at me at the moment are these little alien flying enemies. We can actually get rid of those if we destroy the nest. Now, you have to be very careful because you have got an energy resource. And the energy is used to power your jetpack and also your guns. So we're going to try and... I would really like to destroy this alien nest to give us a bit of a chance. Because these flying enemies are going to keep coming. And luckily when that guy died, he gave me some much needed health. Get rid of those guys. We're going to use one of our bombs on this. Now this bulb thing is actually the alien nest, the heart of the nest. Destroying that will actually destroy the nest itself and stop these flying things from spawning. But unfortunately, as you can see, it takes a lot of punishment. So we're going to shoot the hell out of it. And with enough punishment, this thing will fall. And what we've had then is our little robotic pooch. He's flown by. He occasionally drops off supplies to you, which you definitely need. His timing's usually impeccable. You'll get a bit of an idea when you need him the most, and that's when he'll turn up. There we go, we finally took him out. Now we've killed that alien nest, it won't actually spawn any more enemies. And what we've got here is these mushroom enemies, which will throw a poisonous cloud out that will reduce your energy rapidly. So you need to kill those really quick. And you do need to keep an eye on your health and your energy. Your energy can be recharged once you get back to the ship. And your health is recharged by killing certain enemies and also by mining. So you can actually find health pickups as you go. So what we're going to try and do is get into the underground area. But the deeper you go, obviously, much like Minecraft, the stronger the blocks become and the longer it will take you to mine. So you do have to try and find natural gaps in the ground. And that's going to give you a bit of an advantage. So that's what we're going to do, rather than me trying to mine all night. There we go, we've actually found a natural way in. So we've got some crystals. So you don't have to gather absolutely everything, but you have to gather enough to satisfy the requirements of the DNA. So we're going to go back and have a bit of a look at our objectives once I run down my energy a little bit. We're going to head back. You do have to always be careful of your energy reserves and make sure that you don't deplete your energy entirely. And of course, don't deplete your health entirely. But yeah, it can be quite frustrating sitting here mining. But it's one of those things. So I might leave that guy alone for now. I'm pretty badly hurt. We will pinch all of these useful minerals. Oh, and our little pooch friend has come back just in time. So there is a lot of mining in this game. Take this guy out as soon as we can. So we're doing quite well. The first planets are often pretty simple and not too dangerous. But this is procedurally generated and the enemies and planets do get a lot harder as you go on. But overall, this, as I said, this really feels like a perfected version of Albatross Wirehead's previous game. So he's taken a lot of the improvements from his previous game and he's made a more perfect exploration game. There's a lot of fun in this game. It does, because you have to collect upgrades and you have to go on and fight enemies, it does encourage you to explore. And the procedurally generated planets are perfect. They actually feel like a properly procedurally generated world. So we're actually pretty badly hurt now. What we're going to do is we're going to return to the ship. And then we're going to have a bit of a look at our progress so far. Alright guys, and we're back at the ship. You can see we've made some good progress here. We only need to find a giant alien and destroy the last alien hive, and then we can move on to the next planet. Now, finding the large alien can be very difficult, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it within this video, but we certainly can find the last hive and take that out. But I found that finding that large alien, they tend to hide themselves pretty well. Now, I've done a little bit of exploring and I've destroyed most of the hives on the surface. So at least close to the ship we should be relatively safe. But we have to watch our health, of course. Which is another reason those boxes are super handy to have. Oh, I've got to watch the... Luckily, these plants are varying degrees of dangerous. The ones that drain your energy aren't too bad, but the green ones here, the ones that drain your health, as you can see, they hurt like hell. There we go, managed to take those out. So, as I said, we've cleared most of the surface level, so we should be okay. And luckily our Poochie came at the right time, give us a nice top up to our energy. The enemies get a little bit more dangerous here. But as I said, one more nest and then all we have to do is find the large alien, and we've pretty much met all of the requirements of the map. So whilst we look for him, I'll give you my thoughts on whether you guys should get the game or not. Now, I really love these sorts of games, and I can see a natural progression from Albatross Wirehead's last game and this. One of the things that I criticised him for was depth and detail in the games. The last game felt like it was a little bit light on in those areas. And this game has improved on that in almost every way. You're going to have a lot of fun here. Procedurally generated worlds are pretty much the buzz at the moment. Everyone wants randomly generated worlds, thinking that they're going to get longevity. But if you've got a procedurally generated game and you don't have any content to match, then it's not really any value. But the way that he's handled this is really well. The adding different worlds and different objectives in the world that aren't just kill X amount of enemies. They're actual meaningful objectives that are fun to do, and just don't just feel like you're just ticking a box, which a lot of games are. It's the old RPG Dungeons and Dragons thing where, you know, go kill 10 rats or kill 10 of these enemies. The MMOs like Fallout 76 do. The objectives for the sake of objectives, they don't mean anything. By having different objectives in this game, different power-ups, it makes you want to go back and keep playing the game. My only criticism is obviously some areas like the crystals. We need a way to tell players how to upgrade. I'm sure there is a way to do it. And I fell afoul of this in the last game that Albatross Wirehead did. I'm sure there's a hotkey somewhere. We probably just need to include it and make it more... add it to the tutorial, make it a little bit more obvious. Apart from that, I think this game is a lot of fun. And in terms of should you buy it, well, I guess it comes down to, do you like games like Terraria? Have you played any of those 2D crafting games? And if you have, and you like them, or if you played Albatross Wirehead's last game and you enjoyed it, then you definitely will enjoy this game. So I'm happy to recommend it in its current state. I've been playing this game for more than a few hours, and I haven't found myself bored. I've enjoyed coming back. There are some areas that need a little bit of improvement, but in terms of an improvement on the last game, this is a lot better. A lot more detail, a lot more fun, and it feels like what I really wanted Death Rings of Jupiter to be. So yeah, definitely I enjoyed this game, and I think you should try and check it out. In terms of price, I don't know what the price is yet, because at the time of this video the price wasn't yet up on the Steam store yet. But if you do see it on sale and you do like those sort of games that I mentioned, then definitely check it out. I would have liked in this video to show you the mini boss, but I just don't think we're going to find him in time, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to keep looking, but this should give you a bit of an idea. Check it out. It's a really fun game, and it's another game from a developer that's really really starting to shape up to be one of the more unique developers I've seen with indie games. I think we'll leave it at that for now, because I'm probably going to be searching for another few hours to try and find this mini boss and actually complete the level. But as always, if you do want to see more of this, let me know. I know that a lot of people are getting review fatigue and just want me to cover Project Zomboid again, and rest assured I will be doing some more Zomboid. But I do also want to keep looking at these indie games, keep trying them out, because I'm really enjoying seeing the latest that the indie development world on Steam has to offer. So that was it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully this gives you a bit of indication on whether you want to try this game out. And let me know what your thoughts are. Leave me a comment, leave me a like or a subscribe if you're feeling kind. And hopefully we'll see you for the next review. And hopefully we'll get to see what Albatross Wirehead and Just Wall have planned for the next game. Until next time, Skill Incarnate out.